I'm Dr. Bizness.
And I'm your one and only Lady Guns, which means I'm absolutely greatness under no stipulation.
And it's your girl Gemini from Exclusive Radio, baby.
Hey, it's Rudibeli Lopez, magnetic holistic healer.
Magneto.
Magneto.
We're going to have to write this down.
But I love the magnetic.
Okay.
Practice.
I will.
Okay.
I will.
All right now.
Magneto.
You sure? Magneto. Okay. Family, we are back again. He's such an encourager. It's okay. It's okay.
We literally renamed her, so it ain't like she knew it.
Okay. We do stuff like
She
that.
does have to remember what we call her.
If that ain't Jesus calling.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
Jesus on the main line.
Tell him what you want.
And then he just gonna bring
I
all
know.
the verse on.
What you want? I mean, his mama told him you don't go in a woman's purse. He was raised right. Raised right. Good man. Look at God.
Raised, you're wrong. Raised, you're wrong. I'm telling you, that's when you get all the good stuff. You find out such interesting things.
No, my
Going through a woman's
my sister has a
purse.
coworker. He said if anything ever happened to me, he said DNR, kill my phone. Do not resuscitate him.
Yo.
Kill his phone.
That's what my sister said. She said, something happened to me. Please throw my phone in the nearest lake, water, smash it, get rid of it
He said,
immediately.
if I am in an accident, don't help me.
Help
Kill
get my phone. Yeah.
Not resuscitate.
Get my phone.
He
You have
let-
DNRs.
Yeah.
Do not
Medical.
resuscitate.
Yeah.
He said, kill my phone. And he said one day he forgot his phone at home and he was at work and he was like, he called Verizon. He said, shut it off.
Oh
Cut
my
the
goodness,
whole
that's
service. The whole service shut it down. And his wife, he called her from work and he was like, oh yeah, I left my phone. She said, ain't nobody called you all day. He was like, nobody calls me while I'm at work. He literally had his whole life disconnected.
Are you snitching your brother out again?
It wasn't my
Ladies
brother,
and gentlemen,
it was his friend.
Do
My
not
sister's
bring these
friend.
individuals
We would tell. If you got a
anywhere.
great story to tell, we gonna share.
Uh-huh.
I didn't give no names.
That's what we do, right? We share
Nobody
great
know
stories.
who it was.
We're storytellers.
I got more than one sister. They don't know.
Y'all are snitches. That's what y'all are. Snitches. I know not to tell you nothing.
Investigative reporting.
Snitches.
That's what the term really means.
Yeah.
Snitches.
Investigative reporting.
They are rats.
Turned into snap.
Snap. Right.
Snapped.
Well, I'll be there with my camera when they do snap.
That's right. So how did it feel?
Yeah.
Tell us all.
Right. I'll be there.
Tell anyone.
I'll be there trying to cover it up.
This isn't being recorded.
Off the record.
Just between me and you.
Right. I'm the one in the background trying to hide all the evidence before the snitches tell everyone about what we're doing.
It's a cleansing process. The truth shall set you free.
Yes.
So we're trying to help you cleanse.
Nobody said we were lying,
All right, nobody
but
said
no
that.
one said you had to tell.
But it's,
Snitch.
cleansing.
Inquiring minds wanted
Wanna
to know.
No, nosy minds that work for the government, I believe, are informants for the police, for the FBI.
Everybody on the show gonna go home with an audit letter
Exactly.
from the IRS.
As long as my CI
FBI
check
gonna
is
be
good.
there.
Right.
A confidential informant.
The men in black. Got the ink pen. Looking to the light. But family, as always, we are pleased to have these fabulous people in the studio with us. And we are absolutely excited about bringing the best, as we always do, here to where we are. Because sometimes when we go out, we're subject to see any old thing. But in this safe, controlled environment where your secrets are kept locked in a vault where no one will
That
ever
is
know.
not true. That is not an honest answer. Do not trust these people.
Here in the safety confines of our studio, we get a chance to explore people in our community that are making a difference, that are being proactive instead of reactive to health and wellness. And like any other day, we have some fabulous folks here. And introduce yourselves to our listeners.
My name is Deborah Ann, and Deborah Ann Moore, and this is
John Ann.
Her husband, John.
He said, just
Say it one more time. He put the bass in his voice.
Her husband, John.
Yes.
yeah.
The man, my covering.
So you know we just lost about
Black
40% of our male listeners. They was like, never mind. Don't you worry about it.
What else is on?
I was like, I thought she was available.
No.
Excellent. So tell us a little bit about you and what it is that you do.
Well, Shea Fusion, I'm a registered nurse. This all started having a 14-year-old daughter that is basically turns into my testimony to a love story. So 14-year-old daughter, bleeding from the rectum, diagnosed with a chronic medical lifelong condition. Doctors had her on 22 pills a day.
Wow.
Her skin started to break out. She started getting rashes, even stretch marks at 14 years old.
Wow.
Couldn't figure out, it had to be the medication. So I'm going to Walgreens, CVS, every store I know to get stretch mark cream, shea butter cream, all types of cream, vitamin E to kind of help her skin because she had to have the medications. So then after her being inpatient in the hospital, during that time, I started to date this wonderful man. He had not met my daughter yet, so a lot of times he would just meet me in the chapel. I would cry, he
Wait,
would
so
pray.
you're saying he was just trolling the hospital for weeping women to
He came for
become
me.
vulnerable? And
Yes, so that's how it turns into a love story because he came, he had not met my children yet at this point. So, but he was still there for me. A mother with a sick daughter in the hospital.
How'd you meet him in the hospital?
I didn't meet
What was
him
he
in the
doing?
hospital.
Oh,
Actually,
okay.
let me back up. Let me back up.
I got
yeah, because
you.
you went
that
straight from the
thing up.
hospital.
To the
So
chapel.
I was like, you was
I was about, my next question was, are you a chaplain?
You know, I don't know if he was getting a vasectomy.
Are you an usher?
I didn't know what was going on.
All right, let me start over to the meeting of us two. Actually, went to go get my hair done. It was a barbershop hair salon called Natural. What's the name? Natural Experience. And I went to go get a little flat iron, try to look cute. And he was there. I was sitting under the dryer, and obviously he came in to get a haircut. So I'm back there minding my own business.
That you
With my
women always
rollers
do.
in, as I'm always right. And so I'm sitting there on the phone, trying to take some selfies, and I see this guy looking at me, and I'm like, is he staring at me? I was like, he got nice legs, but I'm not trying to go there today. So
But you were showing him your legs.
no, I wasn't showing nothing.
She was showing her
I was
rollers.
there.
She was under a cape, right?
I was like, no,
Oh, okay.
man, I'm like done. I'm not trying to get to a relationship. You know how it is. When you
I
get to
know,
that point,
baby. Yes,
you're
ma'am.
not trying to, so I had blinders
on. Okay.
So
I wear 'em every
and
day.
Basically, the way the barber actually orchestrated us getting together because he was passionate about me meeting him. Every time I would come in and get my hair done, he would say, hey, that guy you saw, he's an outdoorsy guy, he's a homeowner, he's divorced, he's available, da-da-da. And I'm like, well,
Give
great.
me a resume.
I was like, good for him. I'm happy for him. But no, thank you. So every time I would come in. And then because it was on here.
I know, exactly.
He was fine and all, but I had blinders on. But then I think whenever you came in, was Howard.
Oh, yeah, he mentioned that he had talked to you and everything. But let me just add a little something to that
Go
story.
fix
Exactly.
that.
Right.
What's the story?
Where's the meat? Where's the dressing?
The story is also I was getting the eye because if I don't
Exactly.
get a vibe,
Exactly. You ain't
I'm
gonna
not
waste your
gonna
time.
just-
But men don't do that.
Right.
Right. So she had
He
to.
saw through the blockers.
She
He
was
saw
giving
through
the
'em.
signals.
right, exactly. So
Yeah.
that's not entirely the case.
Exactly.
okay.
But anyway,
I understand.
I talked to the barber, and eventually she ended up calling me. And we started talking, and we started going.
She called you.
Yes.
Because I don't give out my number.
I don't blame you.
So
Okay, stalker.
555. 555.
All on Instagram.
555.
So now that you got how we met,
Okay.
after we met, it was too fresh to really bring him on into my children's lives. And so daughter's very sick. So back to the hospital scene. So he would come to the hospital. And during this experience of her with this illness, and I'm trying to, as a mother and as a registered nurse, trying to find something to help my child. And in addition to that, I'm a nurse that works in GI, so in gastroenterology. So she has a GI condition. So all of my doctors and nurses that I work with that are medical professionals are telling me, oh, well, let her have surgery or just take the pills and do this. But I'm like, this just cannot be.
Right.
You know, I'm at home experiencing this. I see the patients that come in that are so sick, and I'm like, Lord, there has got to be another way. So I prayed. In times that I could not pray, this man would come to the hospital and meet me in the chapel. And when I'm just kneeling and I can't utter a word, I'm just crying, he is praying for a child that he has never met.
Wow.
and
That's
didn't
what I'm
even
talking
know.
about.
So,
Kudos to you.
Yeah, you got a cousin. As long as he been out of jail at least a year. I don't want no fresh out the brain. I mean, you know, if he still got like 2 more visits with his PO, I'm all right. But,
Wow.
so during this
you gotta
time,
compromise these days.
Yeah. Look, lower your standards a little bit.
Adjust them, don't lower them. Just adjust them.
Adjust them, yeah.
I do get asked that all the time. Does he have a brother, a cousin, you know, a third cousin, you know?
Well,
Twice
Twice
removed.
anytime you tell the good, you always got to tell the bad too.
Yeah.
So that's,
Well, that's why I just went to the one that got out of prison a year ago. I worked my way up. If you're like, I got one, but
He need a little work.
But I got one other. And then when you said the other one, I'm like, you know, so I ain't got to take jail bait. Okay, good.
Options, yes. Well, I was blessed.
Amen.
So, while I'm trying to develop something, like I said, I'm a registered nurse, so I'm trying to find out what's good for her skin. I started buying shea butter. You know, they said shea butter's good. So I get the yellow stuff that says African shea butter. I put it on her skin. She starts to itch. So I'm like, okay, why is she itching? I'm trying to diagnose. I'm like, I'm trying to dissect the cream and try to figure it out, but I could not. There's no ingredients on it. It just says African shea butter. So I'm like, well, where does this come from?
Africa.
How long is it good for? Is there
Right.
expiration date? Why is she itching? You know, da-da-da. So I started researching, praying, researching. Came across a site called American Shea Butter Institute. So the registered nurse in me, I'm digging deep because I'm like, I don't want to put anything. I need to know what's in it,
Right.
where it came from, expiration date, manufacture date, all that. So American Shea Butter, there's this doctor in Atlanta, Dr. Samuel Hunter, and he found that he had that shea butter has medicinal properties, you know, that it can heal. So he had all his patients
our
bring
shows.
in all of their different shea butter. He saw some white, some yellow, some, you know, beige, different colors. So he put it under a microscope and did a 27-point analysis. He found feces, parasites, mold, mildew.
yes.
In all of this. And so he decided to, because he really felt strongly about shea butter, he set up a shop over in Africa, I believe Burkina Faso, a clean shop where ladies could manufacture the shea butter in a clean environment. And so
Okay,
then
got
that gets shipped to Atlanta at the American Shea Butter Institute, and then he will still put it through a 27-point analysis. And I didn't know shea butter had different grades. There's grade A through F. So and then I was like, what's the difference between raw? What's the difference between unrefined, refined, organic? So what I did find out, whenever I was buying the stuff from the stores, it said shea butter and it said refined. So I found out that refined basically is, because it's coming from Africa and is not regulated by the USDA, they bleach it. So anything you bleach, you are killing everything that's in
Right.
it. You're
It's
killing the
good
germs,
nutrients
but
and
then you're
stuff.
killing all the good stuff also. So that's why it wasn't doing my daughter's skin any good.
Gotcha, why
And
she was
then
itching.
because they took out all the good stuff to kill the bad stuff, then the first ingredient.
Chemotherapy.
Yeah. So then every first ingredient on everything that I bought was water, aqua. So anytime you have aqua, water in it, it will grow bacteria. So then you have to put in all these preservatives. Parabens is one, and parabens, whenever research has shown women with breast cancer, whenever they biopsy and take out the breast tissue, they've always found parabens in it. So we're getting down into it. I'm like, okay, so I don't want this. So I'm ruling out every store-bought item that there is. I'm ruling out the other yellow shea butter. So then I get Dr. Samuel Hunter shea butter. I get that, and then I'm like looking up other oils that's good for the connective tissue with the skin, the healing properties, the moisturizing properties for scars, for age spots, for for UV sun protection. So have all those different oils: olive oil, the shea butter, olive oil, coconut oil, argan oil, black seed oil, which is really great. sweet almond oil. So a lot of just a infusion of nope.
I just thought I'd slide it in there.
Exactly.
Like,
But you know, no, because Crisco, what we did find out, like the stuff that our moms used to slap on us, that Vaseline they put on everything.
Petroleum.
Yeah, petroleum. What that does, that basically blocks.
everything.
It blocks your pores.
Right.
You know, so we found out that that didn't work either. So right. So, but so it became a company, and basically it healed her skin. So I started just kind of carrying around. Other people would ask me about it. I would give away little samples. They're like, "Oh, this is great." And then so that was a focus on the skin. And so then the focus changed to hair. One day I was over at my boyfriend's house. And I was primping like I was all cute, and I was in the bathroom. Now I had went back to get my hair done. I went to go get my hair did.
Okay.
So I got my hair did, right? And so I'm in the bathroom. He's chilling on the bed, and I'm in there on the bed. He chilling on the bed.
She said it.
Butt naked.
Stop it.
No.
What? I'm just
You ain't
you
gotta
know.
tell that.
Actually,
That's irrelevant. That's irrelevant.
You're always trying
well, you know what?
walk into it.
We actually chose to sustain. Abstain,
That's
sustain.
wonderful.
We did.
Say that one more time for the
Sustain,
viewers. Did you hear that?
abstain. We
That's right.
chose to abstain.
They just
sustain.
laid there naked. They ain't touch.
Oh Lord,
That's abstaining.
No, this was not no waiting to exhale.
that's called handshake.
You know.
Speak for yourself. I was over there biting the sheets. Think about football.
Baseball, actually.
Oh, baseball.
Yeah, baseball.
I wouldn't know, but okay.
Baseball.
Yeah.
I hope not.
Okay.
Swinging and pitching. Welcome to the show.
Just saying.
You have now been broken in.
Foosball.
They got me sweating up here. Woo. Okay. I'm good. I was cool.
Yeah,
They
you
got
remember where you
me.
were?
I think I did. Okay, so he was laying on the bed, fully clothed under the sheets.
Thank you.
All righty. This
Nobody
is
fully
clean
clothed under the
version.
sheets. Okay, but go ahead.
And so I'm in the bathroom.
Exactly. It's like who is fully clothed underneath it? On top, maybe, but underneath the sheets, so you know.
He was trying to abstain.
He's trying to stay.
He was fully clothed in his straight jacket, chained to the bed under the sheets where she left you.
Socks and shoes. So anyway, so I'm in there,
got your safe
got
word.
my hair done at Natural Experience, flat ironed, okay? And so I'm in the bathroom and I'm doing my hair, I'm combing my hair. I want to go in there and look cute for my man, right? I started doing this and the hair came out. Anywhere I touched, hair came out, fell in the sink.
Your hair.
My hair, it fell out. I hollered.
Yes.
And
Really
can only
bad
imagine.
shriek. Yes, I was like, I thought something was wrong. I thought she got hurt.
Oh,
or
something was wrong.
Yeah. And
Did you jump
You
out the
thought-
window?
No.
You thought you saw what you was doing?
No, it was
Wait
like
for it?
I'm looking and stuff is on the floor and it was just coming out in
Lumps of hair.
clumps. Yeah.
it was lumps of hair. So we called the, all my hair was just coming out. And called back to the shop and they said, well, of course he said his stylist knew what she was doing, but obviously there was too much heat in my hair from the flat iron. So I got flat iron damage and had to cut all my hair off. And basically that's whenever Shea Fusion took a turn. So I'm like, okay, let's see how I can use this product. You know,
For
it was
hair
good for
growth.
skin, so how can it, be good for the hair? And it actually, after just researching and the cream was made, so that was a done deal. So it was just how do I apply it to our natural hair? How do I change the thinking of don't get your hair wet, don't get in the pool. That type of thinking to, oh, I need to wet my hair every day. I need to.
Because it's
It's a-
normal.
Right. I need to wet my hair every day. And then after wetting my hair every day and building up the moisture level in my hair and then sealing in that moisture with the shea butter, then my natural hair did what it needed to do. It didn't just grow. It actually, our hair there's types of hair. You have type 1, 2, 3, and 4. Caucasian women have type 1 hair. That's where the hair strand is just straight.
That's
Say
Becky.
Hispanic, Becky. And Hispanic women probably have type 2. That's where it's kind of a little curl. And then we fall into type 3. You're probably more of a type 3. Where the curl is a little bit looser, and then I'm more of a type 3C. Then you have a type 4 where it's the coil, where our hair is just really coily, which is is just fine. So we have
It's
to
still
know
good. It's
it's still good. So just knowing and researching the information about our hair instead of just listening to and buying what they tell us to do for our hair.
Thank you.
You know,
Can you say that one more time?
instead of listening to what they tell us
Amen.
about our hair and what to buy and how to do our hair, and then listening to what we've been taught that's kind of been passed down. So so
Died and
then right, because that's what happened, died and fried.
That's right.
Laid to the side, but mine laid
And now
in the
they
sink.
fall out.
Oh, it was laid.
It laid.
to the side.
Laid to the side of the sink on the floor. Yes, and so after, like with the type, after determining the type of my hair and then my son's hair, my daughter's hair, I was able to basically say, we just need to condition. We left shampoos alone.
Yeah, I do not shampoo my hair
No
at
shampoo.
all.
So everything's about moisturize.
So you just cleanse with water.
I cleanse
And
with conditioner.
Okay.
Cleanse with conditioner. Water will not clean. There's the pH level of water is 7, and so the pH level in a lot of the conditioners and products without silicones is enough to cleanse your hair. Shampoos have lauryl sulfate in it, the same thing that Tide and Dawn have in it. And that's why whenever, back in the day, what we do, we wash our hair with shampoo. You under the sink, washing your whole head, and then you conditioner. Put the cap on, sit under the dryer. Then after that, you take it out and you're getting your hair, brains pulled out because it's all tangled and nappy, and then you're going to style it. You're going to either flat iron it, roller set,
Some kind of heat.
some type of heat. So changing that whole scenario just changes. So basically, the way we should do our hair, the way I do my hair, the same way I did my hair last night, was basically I wash with conditioner, and I make a leave-in conditioner. Put it, so everything's conditioner. Wash with conditioner, place in a leave-in conditioner, make a wash with conditioner, a deep conditioner. Then I make a leave-in conditioner also. Put a leave-in conditioner on, seal it in with my shea butter cream, and then usually I do wash and goes. But for yesterday, I did like 3 couple big plaits, and then after it was dry, just kind of took it loose. And my hair is moisturized,
And it's beautiful.
Thank you.
And shining and glowing.
The question I would always get, thank you, would be, you got a good grade of hair. So
What does that
Indian in
mean?
your family, and I'm like, no. So it's just changing that
all of us.
that mindset. So
My mom used to say, "What's good hair? Your hair ain't good to you. It don't grow."
so it wasn't so much
Apparently
about people
Your
like
hair hasn't been too good to you.
We're going to come back from break and talk about the grade 5 hair.
Can you make his hair
Grade
come back?
5.
Yeah.
She gonna
Yeah.
condition your eyebrows.
We're gonna
and they
reactivate your hair follicles.
Condition my hair, and I might have an afro come tomorrow.
Family, you're tuned in to the Project Growth Hour here on WDRB Media,
The voice of the community.
Chia.
That's how I was looking. Like a chichilla pet. When I had to cut my hair, looked like it was growing out that little chichilla. Yeah, it was something. I really seriously, it was something.
I have